What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob, and today I wanted to do something that's a little bit different. The background footage you're going to see is a recent match I had on Nintendo Switch Sports Golf. Hit some nice putts in this session here. Unfortunately, I don't quite edge out the win, but you'll see what happens in the final few holes. I thought it was entertaining enough, and certainly I felt pretty good about the way I was putting that particular night, so that's what you'll be watching in the background. But I thought I would take a moment to just kind of introduce myself properly to my audience members. I realize I haven't done that yet, and I've been posting videos for about a month now. And I've had a great time with it so far, but I thought it would be kind of a cool, a get to know you kind of thing for me to not only introduce myself properly, but kind of give you some background as to how I got into content creation, my experience with it in the past, and didn't know if anybody would find it interesting or not, but nevertheless, I thought it would be wise to do so. So my name is Jacob. I've been into content creation as a passion pretty much my entire life. Whenever I was around 14 years old, I made RuneScape videos back in the day, and I used to post them to YouTube. But this was when YouTube was in its infancy, so there wasn't that much there wasn't much to go on, in other words. I think Machinima at the time was probably the biggest gaming channel, and IGN was very closely thereafter. This is one of the putts I'm talking about, by the way. An absolute beautiful putting. But yeah, so I made some RuneScape videos back in the day. I used to play RuneScape all the time with my friends. I still play it from time to time, at least old school, and enjoyed it very much. You can actually still find that channel. It's called SWJ Films. The problem was I made RSMVs. That was sort of my passion project, which, if you don't know what that is, it's basically just a glorified music video or a lyric video where you sort of have your character in the game just do various emotes and things like that, and you edit it all together. They were really popular back in like 06, 07, and 08, and I started my channel in 2008, I believe. And I actually had a nice following at the time. I remember my latest, or the last RSMV I ever released was a song by Skillet, Comatose. And it did reasonably well. And I think it had like over 2,000 views in like the first day. And I had a lot of comments encouraging me to send it to Machinima. Maybe they would post it on their channel. I thought that was a bit much, but it still was nice to see. And as a 14, 15-year-old kid, that was obviously really encouraging for me. Unfortunately, that was right around the time that YouTube had their mass copyright strike, and anything that had music in it that didn't have a license was cut, and a lot of my RSMVs fell into that category, unfortunately. Even though I put copious amounts of disclaimers in the description, and I tried my best to defend myself from it, I wasn't monetized or anything at the time, and I thought maybe that would help, but no, unfortunately, it didn't get taken down. What ended up happening was they removed it from the public, so no one could watch it, and they kept it that way for years. And only recently, I think within the last 2 or 3 years, was the channel sort of released again to the public. And what was funny to me was I went back and checked it, and on one of my videos, I think it was my Papa Roach RSMV where I did Getting Away with Murder, there were some people that had said something like they thought I had stolen the video because they saw it back in the day, and they can't imagine it being the original upload. But it was, and I did make it, so I thought that was kind of humorous. But yeah, so that's what I used to do. As far as gaming content, about a year or two later, if you'll remember, for those of you who were on the platform at the time, Smosh was like the #1 most subscribed channel at the time, and they made hilarious skit comedy. It was great. I mean, it was very much a kind of had a backyard feel to it, and it was great. My friends and I were huge fans of the channel, and that drove us to create our own skit comedy. So one day I went over to my friend's house, and really what kind of got this kicked off was this weekend. 2 of my friends were there. We hung out all weekend. It was great, but he had, and this is going to date myself a bit more, but he had a Digital Blue, if you remember the camera that came with some software. And we decided that we were going to just make a ridiculously stupid film throughout that entire weekend. We filmed it, well, we wrote it and then filmed it, edited it with the Digital Boo software. And we had so much fun doing that. We laughed and laughed and laughed. And it was still, to this day, it's one of the most cherished memories that I have. So that sort of sparked us to create our own channel. And we didn't post very much to the channel. We mainly made it for friends and family. But we made a few skits here and there, and I was the editor of the channel, and it was so much fun, and we had such a good time with it. And so that just sort of continued to fuel that passion for content creation. If we fast forward to the modern day, a friend of mine and I have been hosting a podcast now for almost a year, and we've had a lot of fun with that. If you want to check that out, that's actually an ongoing passion project of ours. It's called In Our Humble Opinion. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much wherever you get your audio entertainment. And we also have a YouTube channel where we post our episodes weekly. And once I started doing the podcast, because I had put it off for so long because I was just afraid of, I was just afraid that people wouldn't like it. I was afraid that I was doing it for the wrong reasons, and all this other thing kind of crept in my mind. But I realized that I wasn't, and I want to do it for the passion of the project, not for any success that it would have. And I'm so glad that I broke out of that fear and really followed my passions, because I've had such a good time making it, and it's been such a positive force in my life. So I sort of thought the same thing about a gaming channel, because it's something that I've wanted to do for years. And to be honest with you, my 20s now, most of my years in the 20s are in the rearview mirror at this point. And I thought, I've let fear and concern about acceptance and popularity and everything else that kind of goes into it, that fear gripped me for far too long. And I just decided to go for it. And about a month ago, a friend of mine encouraged me to just do it. And so I did. I launched my channel. I've had a great time with it so far. I've had some awesome comments and very positive feedback on my chess series, Road to 1600. That's been going well. I haven't posted some recently, but I will get back on that shortly. I've been doing a Nuzlocke, which is something I've always wanted to record. I've had a great time with that. And what you can expect to see on this channel as far as content is concerned is basically anything that I'm playing, I will probably post it. And anything I want to highlight on the channel, I will probably post that as well. So, it's very much just going to be about what I'm enjoying at the present time. I'm not really dedicated to any one game. I play a variety of different games. So far, I've played a lot of Hearthstone since the new expansion came out, and I've been enjoying the Twist format a lot. I've been playing a ton of this game throughout the summer since I added golf. I'm a huge golf fan, so naturally, whenever they added this to Nintendo Switch Sports, it piqued my interest. And I've been playing a lot of chess and Pokemon and things like that. So that's what I've been posting for the moment, but I'm sure when other games come out, you can expect me to post that as well. And if there's anything out there in particular that you want to see from me, please let me know. I'd be happy to take any suggestions. I thank everybody for watching any of my videos up to this point. I certainly hope that I can do more videos like this in the future where I just talk to you as an audience. But I think I will go ahead and sign out here. I think I've said everything I wanted to say at this point. If you have any, questions about anything, or if you have, again, a suggestion of a future or of a game that you would like to see me play, then please let me know in the comments below. I greatly appreciate anybody who takes the time to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I do have some ideas coming up, and I'll get more into that as it gets closer to the time where I'm going to post the content, but I want some surprises for my subscribers. So thank you so much for watching. I will bow out here. The ending to this is kind of climactic, I think. I don't play particularly well here in the finals. I was so desperate to get my first win. I haven't won on Nintendo Switch Sports Golf in quite some time, so I was really excited to be in the lead going into the finals. But unfortunately, as you will see, I just don't quite convert the win. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. If you've been one of the few who have left a comment on some of my videos, I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I can't say thank you enough. I hope y'all have a fantastic week. I will check in with you as soon as I can. And until that time, I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.
Final round. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice one.